what's up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. 3-tier squad builder time today. Now, I take your feedback on from the previous episode. I don't think I split the tiers up very well. It's my bad for not checking the current prices on some of the players from tier number 2, but I think I've done a better job at that today. And we are using what is definitely the most popular league in the game for people to build squads around, the Australian League. The Premier League, that's what I'm going for today. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do, smash a thumbs up on the video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. So, tier number 1 then. This is for you players that have got, let's say, 10 to 15,000 coins at your disposal for a Premier League side. In goal, I've got Heaton, who I've got to say, performed absolutely brilliantly for me. Wasn't expecting that at all. And then my defensive line, relatively low rated. We've got 75 rated Van Aanholt, 79 rated Zappa Costa, who is someone that moved to Chelsea over the summer. And then we have Cavacelle and Nathan Ake. So, fast players, really. Van Aanholt is very quick. The two centre-backs, very, very quick for centre-backs. You know, normally you don't get players of that sort of speed. And that's why I mainly brought them into the team for. You've got the cheap Kante here in Roque Mesa. Honestly, what a player he is. Really, really do like him on this game. And he doesn't cost much, literally like 1,000 coins or something like that. And then two players which have come down in price considerably. Emre Can, only 79 rated this year, but he's a rock solid player. And then Renato Sanchez, who used to be like 10,000 coins. Nowadays, like 1.3k is his average price. So that's mental. Bring him into your Premier League teams ASAP. And then got Izquierdo and Musonda. Sorry, I can't pronounce their names. But yeah, Musonda's 5-star, and then Izquierdo's very quick 4-star skills. And then we have Michail Antonio. Again, someone that used to be like 10 to 15,000 coins is nowhere near that anymore. He might be like 3,000, something like that. But this is what I would consider nowadays as like a budget squad. Somewhere between 10 and 20,000 coins. I think this one will run you literally about 13,000 in total, which is super, super cheap. So today's episode, being the Premier League, I've gone for like that 15k team to start things off. Our next tier is going to be around 70, so 60 to 75k for that second tier. And then we're going to move it up to, let's say, I think the tradable players in tier number 3 bring it up to around sort of 375k. And then I've got a couple of like player of the month items, which if you got the real versions of them, would have obviously cost you a couple of 100k each time. So bringing tier number 3 up to the likes of 700,000. So it's quite a good little, like, I don't know, good steps in terms of upgrades in the price for the 3-tier squad builder. I've also tried to include players that I think a lot of people like to use on the game, so not necessarily just bringing in someone really cheap in the Prem because they are really cheap, trying to use usable players that you guys would like to use. And I played a few games with this first tier here. Struggled with it a little bit because I was coming up against better teams. Obviously, that's to be expected. But I had one game, this particular game. You can see the scoreline in the top left corner. I scored 10 goals. The guy wasn't very good. Unfortunately, his keeper had absolutely no hands. And I just, honestly, I can't believe he rage quit. I mean, there was a point where he got 3 goals. I kind of let him back into the game a little bit so that he wouldn't rage quit. But I do like a good game. It brings your confidence up when you score 10 goals against someone. That never, ever happens to me. So yeah, a lot of the clips from tier number 1 are actually from that 10-3... 13 goal thriller that I experienced as one of my first games of the day the other day. So now moving on to tier number 2. As I said, we're going to step the budget up now to around the 70 to 75,000 coin mark. So this is for you guys that have either done like squad battles, FUT champions, maybe not put any money in, but played the game quite well. And, you know, I could afford this easily on the road to glory, of course. Or someone that's maybe not played the game too much, but put a few FIFA points on, something like that. You can see the team is fully rare. We nearly had a fully rare team for the first tier, actually. But this one has got a lot more of the like meta players that really work on the game. So the likes of Aurier, Chris Smalling. We've got Rojo and Luke Shaw at left back. So I've actually got 3 out of 4 of my defenders, Man United players. In the midfield, I've gone for Bakayoko. I literally switched him out from Lallana because I actually think maybe he would work in this tier really well as one of those more expensive but OP players that a lot of people like to use. And then Wijnaldum and then Idrissa Gueye. Like, that is a really rock solid midfield. of hard-working players that actually have pretty decent defensive responsibility. And then up front, we've got Mohamed Salah, we've got Heung-min Son, and we've got Jamie Vardy. The two wingers have drastically reduced in price. I think I paid 25k for Son on my road to glory. Pretty sure he's under 10k right now, which is just craziness. And then I sold a Salah the other day for like 15,000. And then, of course, we have Jamie Vardy, who is one of those pacey strikers in the Prem that's actually got a half-decent shooting stat, which means that his price does go up because of that. And, of course, he's English. People pay a little bit more for stuff like that. But, of course, you could just go with, you know, maybe you have a little bit more coins and you bring in Martial into this particular side, or you bring in like a regular Sadio Mane and play him up front, or, you know, there's plenty of options for you. You could bring in Coutinho, Roberto Firmino. There's lots of players that I haven't included in today's video. There are just too many players in the Prem that are usable and fun, and a lot of people like to get their hands on. But the couple games I played with this particular tier, it was a goal fest. I don't know, when I played these games, it was like a cross between Sunday night and Monday morning. It was like, oh my god, the keepers, nobody's keeper had hands. I was scoring goals galore, and actually letting in quite a few as well. Apart from in tier number 1, where I conceded a few, I guess. But I really found Heaton to be a good goalkeeper on this game. For some reason, just a great shot stopper. Even though his rating is only 80, I wasn't expecting anything from him, but he impressed me. We get a lovely goal with Heung-min Son right there. This particular tier, I think I scored all my goals with that front three. Obviously, that's what you expect, especially when you take a look at my 3 centre mids and realise that they're kind of like hard-working, more defensive-based. Maybe not Wijnaldum, but Idrissa Gueye and Bakayoko certainly could be seen as like central defensive midfielders, with Wijnaldum being someone that I guess could push up the pitch. And I nearly scored with him. I think I cracked the bar once with him, or the keeper just saved it. I can't remember. But I actually really like this particular tier. This feels like that Prem team that you always come up against, which, as you know, guys, it just works. There are certain players in the Premier League, Heung-min Son, Salah, Bakayoko, like Chris Smalling, those players, they honestly just fit the bill and do a fantastic job for you and almost play like way above their rating. Like Heung-min Son, for example, is just a absolute god on this game. I don't care what anyone says, that he does not play to an 82 rating. If you ever come up against him in like FUT Champs, or someone brings him on as a super sub against you, you can bet your life that guy is going to score and you're going to be pissed because of it. Like, he's just that good. I really do rate him. And then this is my tier number 3, guys. I've tried not to make it super excessive, like way over 1 million coins this week, because I know that the jumps have been a bit crazy in the past. So we've gone with things like special items come in now. So I've got like a special item goalkeeper, Inform Fabianski, who's like 30-something thousand coins. Of course, other options would be like Courtois, Lloris, De Gea, if you wanted to, if you had the coins. Kyle Walker and Danny Rose feature in this particular squad. I'd say they're 2 of the better fullbacks in this league. They do perform outstandingly well. And then we've got aggressive and fast centre-backs in David Luiz, nearly 100k's worth. And then Eric Bailly, who is surprisingly expensive this year. But then you look at his stats and you realise, oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, he just looks OP. And his work rates have been sorted out this year as well. A Tottenham trio in my midfield. I've gone for Moussa Dembele, Dele Alli, and Christian Eriksen. There are so many more options that you could go for, but I feel like maybe bringing Kante in would have put this a little bit too expensive. There are so many options, though. It's the Prem. You know who the players are. Kevin De Bruyne could fit in somewhere. Like, there's just lots of great options. Paul Pogba, if you got the coins in that, for example. And then my front 3 is 2 special items and a very good player in Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan's outstanding. I love him on the game. I love him on my road to glory. I've then got Player of the Month Mane, and then I've brought in, I've got the loan version of Kane, but of course if you were to have the real version, that costs you around 250 to 300,000. So he is a costly player to bring in. But I've decided I don't want to pick him up this month. Of course, you could use the likes of Ibra, Aguero. There's so many other players that you could use if you didn't want to do the SBC for Kane, or if you wanted to buy someone that was tradable or something like that. There are so many options for you. But yeah, a really rock solid team. I love that midfield trio of Dele Alli, Dembele and Eriksen, because there's like a little bit of everything there, and they've all got 4-star skill moves. And of course, Dele Alli is one of 4 players, I think, that can do the El Tornado. So that's cool. You know, it's a different skill move that is like locked to him, Griezmann, Ronaldo, and apparently Roberto Carlos can do it. I haven't had the pleasure of using Roberto Carlos this year, so I couldn't tell you, but I have tried it on the other 3, or all 3 of the other players, and it certainly works. It's a fun skill. I can't quite get in the right angle to score a goal with it, though. I'm working on it. I imagine someone like Cristiano Ronaldo is the player to try that with in maybe FUT Draft or something, because, 1... it's Ronaldo, his shooting's better than Dele Alli, and 2, like, the people don't have the outstanding defense in FUT Draft, like, they have, like, random players with 60 pace and stuff like that, so if you've got a chance to score an El Tornado, it's probably with Cristiano Ronaldo in FUT Draft. Now, Mane performed incredibly well in this particular squad. Like, he is like unreal. I love him. He is a complete and utter game changer, and I would recommend him for my best tier if it wasn't for Heung-min Son. Yeah, just for like value for money and stuff. I know that this Mane is no longer available and cost an awful lot of the time because his regular card was necessary, and people obviously price fixed the hell out of it. So he was like a 200 and odd 250,000 coin player, something like that, and he is great. He really will win you matches, and I score so many goals with him and absolutely love being on the ball with him. But Heung-min Son is just crazy good as well. And based on like value for money and performance in the games that I played with all the 3 tiers, this is the squad that I would recommend to you as a Prem team. So we've got the likes of Heaton in goal. I told you, he impressed me. Aurier instead of Kyle Walker at right back, because for the value for money, Aurier's great. Danny Rose, however, best Premier League left back in my opinion. And then that defence combo of Smalling and Bailly, yeah, I think it just still works in this game. Dele Alli, Bakayoko and Renato Sanchez means that we've got a player from all 3 tiers in the centre of our midfield. We've gone with like the hard-working players, and then of course Dele Alli's got a bit of flair to it as well. Followed by Mkhitaryan, who I rate so much. Heung-min Son, who is just a god. It could be Mane though, but value for money wise, Son is just outrageous. And then we scored loads of goals with Antonio, and I genuinely think he's up there as one of the best Premier League strikers. So that's what I would base as the best Premier League team based on the players that I use and stuff like that. If you have enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash a like on the video, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Have a great day, guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace.